Hello, champions. Welcome to a journey that can change the way you see yourself and the world around you. Today is not just another day. It's a chance, a moment, and an opportunity to step into purpose and leave your mark. Every life leaves a mark. Some pass through like shadows, barely noticed. Others choose to rise above, to act with intention, and to make an impact that echoes long after they're gone. And the truth is, making an impact doesn't always start with grand gestures. Sometimes it begins with a single choice. A choice to be intentional with your time, your energy, and your heart. It's about planting seeds today that will grow into trees of inspiration tomorrow. Your life, your story, can ignite hope, create opportunities, and change the course of others' journeys. In the next 10 sections, we'll explore how to develop the mindset, habits, and actions that allow you to leave a lasting legacy. Step by step, idea by idea, you'll discover how small decisions, consistent effort, and purposeful living can turn an ordinary life into an extraordinary impact. So take a deep breath, open your heart, and get ready to learn how to truly make an impact. Section 1. The moment you decide to matter. Have you ever noticed how a single moment can change everything? One decision, one choice, one realization. Sometimes it's all it takes to set your life on a completely different path. That moment, that split second of clarity, is when you decide that your life matters. Most people drift through life, waiting for something big to happen. They wait for luck, for opportunity, for someone else to give them permission to shine. But the truth is, the power is already in your hands. The moment you decide to matter is the moment you take control. It's the moment you say, I am not just here to exist. I am here to make a difference. This decision is not always dramatic. It doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes it's quiet. A thought, a whisper in your mind, a feeling deep in your heart. Maybe it comes after a failure, a loss, or a challenge. Maybe it comes when you see someone else struggling and realize, I can help, I can do more, I can leave a mark. Think about the people who inspire you. Did they start with everything perfect? No. They started with nothing but a decision, a belief that they could matter. They faced doubts, obstacles, and criticism, yet they pressed on. And that single decision, made over and over again, is what turned ordinary lives into extraordinary legacies. When you decide to matter, everything changes. Your mindset shifts from me to we. You start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin planting seeds, small actions that grow into something far bigger than yourself. Your time becomes valuable. Your words become intentional, and your actions carry weight. Remember, making an impact doesn't require perfection. It requires commitment. It requires courage. And it begins the moment you choose to step forward, the moment you embrace responsibility for the life you're living and the legacy you're creating. So ask yourself today, have you decided to matter? Have you claimed the power within you to make your life count, not just for yourself, but for those who will follow your footsteps? That is the first step toward creating a life of purpose, influence, and true impact. And here's the truth. The longer you wait, the more moments slip away. Every day is an opportunity to make a difference. Every hour is a chance to plant a seed of change. Your decision today can ripple for years to come, touching lives you may never even see. Section 2. Small steps that change. Big futures. We often think that to make an impact, we need to do something huge, something grand, something visible to everyone. But the truth is, Big results almost always come from small steps taken consistently over time. Every giant tree you see today started as a tiny seed, planted and nurtured carefully. Your future works the same way. Imagine a young musician practicing a single scale every day. At first, it seems meaningless. One scale doesn't make a concert. 1 hour doesn't make a career. But over months and years, that small effort grows. The skill becomes mastery. The mastery becomes artistry. And the artistry inspires thousands, maybe millions of people. All because of one small step taken consistently. The same is true in life. Small steps in kindness, learning, discipline, and courage compound. Reading 10 pages of a book daily may seem small, but in a year, you've read dozens of books and expanded your mind far beyond what most people imagine. Saving a little money each month may seem insignificant, but over time, you create financial security, opportunities, and freedom for yourself and your family. Even the smallest actions can ripple through others' lives. A smile, a helping hand, a moment of encouragement. These may seem tiny to you, but to someone else, they are life-changing. When you take responsibility for even the smallest positive action, you begin building a chain reaction of impact. The key is consistency. Small steps may feel slow at first, and progress may seem invisible. But the world often underestimates the power of persistent effort. Every time you take a step forward, you're planting a seed that will grow into something far larger than you can imagine. Ask yourself, what small step can you take today? Can you reach out to someone who needs guidance? Can you dedicate 15 minutes to learning a new skill? Can you commit to one action that moves you closer to your goal? That single step is more powerful than waiting for the perfect moment or the big opportunity. Remember, the most impactful lives are rarely born from sudden success. They are built quietly, step by step, choice by choice. The future you dream about is created by what you do right now. Small steps may seem invisible today, but in time, they will change everything. Take that first step. Take the next one. And keep going. Because every small step you take today is a future full of possibilities waiting to unfold. Section 3. The power of one focused hour. Have you ever noticed how much we underestimate the value of an hour? 60 minutes may feel small, almost meaningless in the chaos of a day. Yet one focused hour has the power to change your life, to shape your future, and to create ripples that last far longer than you can imagine. Imagine what could happen if you decided to dedicate just 1 hour each day to something that truly matters. 1 hour to learn a new skill, 1 hour to work toward your dreams, 1 hour to invest in yourself or others. That's 365 hours in a year, time enough to master a skill, launch a project, or build a habit that sets you apart. Think of the people you admire most. They didn't wait for endless hours or perfect conditions. They used the time they had. They focused, prioritized, and made every hour count. One focused hour of effort, repeated day after day, is far more powerful than many hours spent distracted or scattered. The key is focus. When you commit to 1 hour of undivided attention, free from distractions and excuses, you unlock a level of productivity and creativity that few ever experience. That hour becomes your secret weapon, a moment when your potential meets your effort, producing results that compound over time. Even the simplest actions, when concentrated, have extraordinary effects. 1 hour to write, 1 hour to plan, 1 hour to reflect, 1 hour to help someone else. These are not wasted minutes. They are investments in your future, building momentum that will carry you forward. Ask yourself, what would happen if you gave just 1 hour today to your goals, your growth, or your dreams? Could you take 1 hour to learn something new? Could you use it to strengthen your relationships? Could you commit it to a habit that shapes your character? That 1 hour can be the seed of an entire life of impact. The world will never hand you extra hours. Every hour is a gift, and your choice is whether to waste it or wield it. One focused hour is a chance to step closer to your potential, to create, to improve, and to influence. And when you multiply that hour over weeks, months, and years, you begin to see just how powerful a single hour of intentional effort can truly be. Remember, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary often comes down to what you do with just one focused hour. Start today and let that hour be the spark that ignites your journey toward a life of impact. Section 4. Becoming the person others can trust. Trust is one of the most powerful currencies in life. It can open doors that money cannot, create opportunities that luck cannot, and build relationships that last a lifetime. To make an impact, you must first become the kind of person others can rely on, count on, and believe in. Being trustworthy is more than just keeping promises. It's about integrity in every action, consistency in every decision, and authenticity in every word. When people know they can trust you, they give you a chance to lead, to inspire, and to influence. They allow you into their lives, into their businesses, into their hearts. And that is where real impact begins. Trust starts with the small things. Arriving on time, following through on commitments, keeping your word, and being honest even when it's difficult. These simple actions build a reputation that lasts. It's not flashy, but it's powerful. Every small act of integrity is like a brick, building the foundation of trust that supports everything else in your life. Think about someone you trust completely. How did they earn that trust? It wasn't an accident. It was the consistent demonstration of honesty, responsibility, and care. Trust is a habit, cultivated day by day, choice by choice. And once you lose it, it is extremely hard to regain. That's why it is vital to guard it fiercely. When you are trustworthy, your influence grows. People listen when you speak. Doors open when you knock. Your words carry weight, and your actions inspire others to step up, to act, and to follow your example. Trust allows you to plant seeds of change, knowing they will be nurtured and respected by others. Ask yourself, do people know they can count on you? Are your actions aligned with your promises? Do you show up consistently, even when no one is watching? Building trust requires patience, but the results are extraordinary. Trust creates impact, legacy, and influence. To leave your mark in this world, you must first be reliable, consistent, and honorable. Be the person others can trust, not for recognition, not for reward, but because it is who you are. This is one of the most powerful ways to make a difference that lasts far beyond your own life. Section 5. Turning your pain into your purpose. Pain is a part of life. Everyone experiences it: loss, disappointment, failure, heartbreak. But what separates those who leave a mark from those who simply survive is how they respond to their pain. The key to making an impact lies in turning your pain into your purpose. Think of pain as a signal, a message, a catalyst for growth. Every setback, every struggle, every moment of hurt is an opportunity to discover your strength, your resilience, and your potential. The question is not whether pain will come, it's how you will use it. Will you let it hold you back, or will you allow it to push you forward? Many of the world's most influential people didn't start with comfort or ease. They started with challenges, sometimes overwhelming ones. They faced rejection, failure, and loss, but they refused to stay defeated. Instead, they used their pain as fuel. They asked themselves, "What can I learn from this? How can this experience shape my purpose? How can I help others because of what I went through?" Turning pain into purpose requires reflection and courage. You must confront your struggles honestly, without excuses or blame. Then you must act intentionally, finding ways to transform your experiences into lessons, guidance, or inspiration for others. Every scar can become a story. Every hardship can become a lesson. Every failure can become a stepping stone to success. Consider the person who grew up in hardship yet chose to mentor others. The entrepreneur who turned financial struggle into a business that helps communities. Or the survivor who turns trauma into advocacy. Their impact is not despite their pain. It is because of it. Ask yourself, what pain are you carrying today? What lessons lie hidden in your struggles? How can you use your experience to inspire, guide, or uplift someone else? When you answer these questions, you begin to turn your pain into purpose. Remember, pain is temporary, but purpose is lasting. By embracing your challenges and learning from them, you create a life of meaning, influence, and impact. Your story, shaped by both joy and hardship, becomes a beacon for others. And when you turn your pain into your purpose, you stop surviving and start making a difference that lasts. Section 6. The seeds you plant when no one sees. Some of the most important work in life happens in silence. The actions that shape your future, build your character, and create lasting impact often happen when no one is watching. The seeds you plant in these quiet moments are the ones that grow into the strongest trees. Think about a farmer who waters seeds every day, even when the sun is hot, the rain is sparse, or no one notices. The work seems small, repetitive, and invisible. But when the harvest comes, the results are undeniable. Your life works the same way. Every small act of effort, discipline, kindness, and learning is a seed that will grow over time. Consistency is key. Reading a few pages daily, exercising for 30 minutes, helping someone quietly, or reflecting on your goals might seem insignificant in the moment. Yet, these small steps compound. Over weeks, months, and years, they build momentum, strengthen your habits, and produce results far beyond what you imagined. Planting seeds also requires patience. Growth is not immediate, and progress is not always visible. You may feel like your efforts are unnoticed or unappreciated. But that is the beauty of impact. It does not require recognition to be real. The seeds you plant today will bear fruit tomorrow for yourself and for those whose lives you touch. Ask yourself, what seeds are you planting right now? Are they seeds of knowledge, discipline, generosity, or encouragement? Are you investing in your growth and the growth of others, even when no one sees or applauds your efforts? Remember, the greatest impact often comes from the quiet, consistent work done behind the scenes. The world may celebrate the visible victories, but the invisible efforts are what sustain them. By planting seeds when no one is watching, you are preparing a future filled with strength, purpose, and influence. Your discipline, your care, and your intentional actions are shaping your legacy long before the world notices. So embrace the quiet work. Water your seeds. Nurture them patiently. Keep moving forward. Because the impact you desire, the change you want to see, and the legacy you hope to leave will grow from the seeds you plant today, even when no one is watching. Section 7. The people you lift while rising. Success is rarely a solo journey. The true measure of impact is not just in how high you rise, but in how many people you lift along the way. Your achievements gain meaning when they inspire, support, and empower others to reach their potential. Think about a leader who reaches the top alone. The accolades may feel satisfying for a moment, but without others to share the journey, the victory is hollow. Now imagine a leader who, while climbing, pulls others up, mentors, encourages, and opens doors. Every person lifted strengthens not only themselves, but also the legacy of the one who lifted them. Lifting others doesn't always mean big gestures. Sometimes it's as simple as a word of encouragement, a shared lesson, or an act of guidance. Sometimes it's listening when someone needs to be heard, or being present when someone feels unseen. Every act, no matter how small, compounds into an ecosystem of growth, motivation, and influence. Consider mentors, teachers, friends, and family members who helped shape your life. Their support likely made a difference you carry with you today. Now it's your turn. Your actions, advice, and care can become the catalyst for someone else's breakthrough, growth, or inspiration. The challenge is intentionality. It's easy to focus solely on your own rise, your achievements, comfort, or recognition. But to truly make an impact, you must think beyond yourself. Ask, who can I help today? Who can I guide? Who can benefit from my experience? The answers may surprise you and transform not only their lives but yours as well. Lifting others also strengthens your own character. Empathy, patience, and generosity grow naturally when you invest in people. You build trust, respect, and influence that cannot be bought or faked. And the ripple effect is enormous. Those you lift often go on to lift others, creating a chain of positive impact that reaches far beyond what you can see. Remember, the true power of success is shared. The legacy you leave is measured not by what you accomplish alone, but by the people you elevate while you rise. Every life you touch becomes a part of your story. Every person you help becomes a branch on the tree of your impact. So rise, but take others with you. Make your journey not just about your destination, but about the lives you transform along the way. Because true success is not measured in what you gain, but in what you give. Section 8. Choosing courage over comfort. Life often presents a choice. Comfort or courage. Comfort feels safe, predictable, and easy. Courage feels risky, challenging, and uncertain. Yet, it is courage, not comfort, that shapes lives, creates impact, and leaves a lasting legacy. Comfort keeps many people trapped in routines, habits, or fears that limit their growth. It whispers, "Stay where it's safe. Don't take risks. Don't step out of your comfort zone." But comfort rarely leads to transformation. Courage, on the other hand, pushes you to face challenges, embrace uncertainty, and take action despite fear. Consider the individuals who inspire you most. They weren't born fearless. They chose courage every day. They faced uncertainty, criticism, and failure, but kept moving forward. They chose to act, to speak, and to lead, even when the safe path would have been easier. Their courage allowed them to make an impact that others only dream about. Courage begins with small decisions. speaking up when it's easier to stay silent, starting a new project when doubts arise, helping someone even when it's inconvenient. Every act of courage, no matter how small, strengthens your confidence and builds momentum for bigger challenges. The road of courage is not free from pain or setbacks. You may stumble, fail, or face rejection, but each obstacle becomes a teacher. Each challenge tests your commitment to your purpose. Choosing courage means embracing discomfort as a necessary part of growth, knowing that the reward is not just personal success, but lasting impact. Ask yourself, where are you choosing comfort over courage today? Is it a fear that holds you back, a risk you're avoiding, or a dream you're postponing? What step can you take now, however small, to act boldly despite uncertainty? Remember, courage doesn't eliminate fear. It transforms it into action. Every brave choice, every step taken despite fear, is a building block for a meaningful life. Comfort may feel safe, but courage creates change. Courage makes you rise, inspire, and leave a mark that lasts. To make an impact, you must be willing to step into the unknown, face challenges head-on, and act with conviction. Your comfort zone may feel warm and familiar, but the world will never remember comfort. It will remember courage. So today, choose courage. Take that step. Speak that word. Make that decision. Your legacy begins when you stop choosing comfort and start embracing courage. Section 9. Leaving a mark that outlives you. True impact is not measured by what you achieve in your lifetime alone. It is measured by the mark you leave behind that continues to inspire, guide, and uplift others long after you are gone. Leaving a legacy means living in a way that transcends time. Think about the people you admire most. Their influence didn't end when they stopped working or when they passed away. Their ideas, actions, and values continued to shape the lives of countless others. That is the essence of a life well lived. Leaving a mark that outlives you. Leaving a mark begins with intentional living. It means making choices that reflect your highest values, your greatest strengths, and your deepest purpose. Every action, every word, and every decision becomes a seed planted for the future. When you live with intention, even small actions have the power to echo across generations. Consider the teacher who inspires a student to dream big, the parent who instills values of kindness and discipline, or the leader who empowers a team to achieve beyond expectations. Their influence continues to grow because they understood the power of leaving a positive mark, even in everyday moments. To leave a lasting mark, you must also embrace responsibility. Your life affects others more than you may realize. Your habits, your mindset, your choices, they ripple outward. By acting with integrity, generosity, and courage, you ensure that these ripples are positive and enduring. Ask yourself, how do I want to be remembered? What values, actions, or lessons will survive long after I'm gone? The mark you leave is not only a reflection of your accomplishments, but also a reflection of your character, your care for others, and your commitment to purpose. Remember, leaving a mark is not about fame, wealth, or recognition. It is about impact, inspiration, and influence. It is about building something that others can continue, improve upon, and benefit from. Your life is a message, a story that can motivate, guide, and empower generations. Start today. Plant seeds of influence, act with intention, and live with purpose. Because the mark you leave behind is the true measure of your life. Make it count, make it meaningful, and make it last. Section 10. Your life is the message you give the world. Your life speaks louder than any words you could ever write or speak. Every action, every choice, every interaction sends a message to the world. People notice how you handle challenges, how you treat others, and how you live with purpose. Your life itself is the message you give to those around you. Think about it. Even without saying a single word, your character communicates volumes. Your dedication communicates discipline. Your kindness communicates love. Your integrity communicates strength. And your courage communicates the possibility of rising above fear and adversity. People are constantly reading your story through your actions, and they respond accordingly. Making an impact means understanding that your life is not just for you. It is a living testimony, a reflection of what you stand for, and a blueprint for others to follow. Every decision you make, every habit you cultivate, and every relationship you nurture contributes to this message. Your story matters. Whether you know it or not, people are watching. Your consistency, your choices, your resilience, they leave lessons in the hearts of others. Even the smallest actions, like helping someone quietly or speaking encouragement into another's life, become part of the message you send. Ask yourself, what message am I giving today? Am I inspiring, uplifting, and empowering? Or am I leaving a message of doubt, fear, or complacency? The answer shapes not only your life, but also the lives of those around you and the legacy you leave behind. Living intentionally means aligning your actions with your values, purpose, and vision. It means showing up fully in every situation, choosing integrity over convenience, courage over comfort, and impact over indifference. Your life becomes the story others will remember, the example they will follow, and the inspiration they will carry forward. Remember, you don't need a platform, a title, or recognition to make your message heard. Every interaction, every decision, and every moment is an opportunity to speak through your life. When you live intentionally, your life becomes a powerful message of hope, purpose, and change. So step forward with awareness and courage. Be mindful of your words, deliberate in your actions, and passionate in your purpose. Because at the end of the day, the life you live is the message you give the world, and it can be extraordinary. Final message: your impact begins today. Every life has the power to make a difference. The choices you make, the actions you take, and the habits you build today determine the legacy you leave tomorrow. Making an impact is not about fame, wealth, or recognition. It's about living intentionally, embracing courage, and lifting others as you rise. It's about planting seeds that grow into trees of inspiration, even when no one sees your efforts. Remember, small steps create big futures. One focused hour, one act of kindness, one decision to matter. These are the moments that shape your life and influence those around you. Your life is a message, and people are constantly reading it through your words, your actions, and your character. What story do you want them to see? What lessons do you want them to carry forward? Turning your pain into purpose, choosing courage over comfort, and committing to consistency are not just strategies. They are ways of life. They allow you to create impact that outlives you, a mark that inspires generations, and a legacy that changes families, communities, and the world. Every day is an opportunity to live with intention and purpose. So take charge of your life today. Plant the seeds of discipline, integrity, and generosity. Lift those around you. Face your fears. And live a life that communicates hope, inspiration, and transformation. Because your life is your message, and the world is waiting to see it. At English Achieve, we are here to guide you on this journey, helping you grow not just in English, but in mindset, purpose, and impact. Start today and make your story one worth remembering.